There's a fire burning inside, a restless rage that won't let you settle for the same old, safe, tired crap that everyone else accepts. You wake up every day knowing you should be doing more, leading differently, not following a script written by others, not drowning in meaningless routines, not playing the game of just enough to get by. But instead, there's this thick fog of mediocrity smothering everything around you. You see it in your teams, in the markets, maybe even in yourself. The slow rot of average leadership, where decisions get watered down, courage is rationed, and real impact is traded for comfort and convenience. It's maddening, isn't it? Like screaming in a room full of people who can only whisper. You're not blind to the problem. The world hands you a script and tells you to lead by the rules. Follow this, comply with that, be a good boy, stay inside the lines. But those rules, they're poison. They kill passion, suffocate vision, and herd leaders into herds of blunted, risk-averse mediocrity. That's not leadership. That's submission disguised as management. And you know it. You can feel it deep down. The frustration of watching massive potential go to waste because no one dares to shake the system, challenge the easy route, or fight for something bigger than quarterly numbers. Here's the raw truth nobody dares to say out loud. Leadership without purpose is a death sentence for greatness. It's a slow, suffocating march to irrelevance. When your why is weak or unclear, everything starts to crumble. The team drifts, your vision clouds. The fire inside dies down, replaced by boring routines and polite conversations that lead nowhere. But purpose-driven leadership? That's the antidote. The weapon that cuts through mediocrity like a hot knife through butter. It's what wakes up every cell in your body, what twists your stomach with urgency, what makes you feel alive in the battlefield of business and life. This isn't about slogans or feel-good speeches. Purpose-driven leadership means this. You live and breathe a cause so powerful, so real, that nothing, not fear, not tired people, not politics, can drown it out. It means you don't show up to just make the numbers. You show up to destroy complacency. To make sure every voice matters, every risk is taken, every failure is a lesson burned into your bones. It means you ruthlessly clear out anything or anyone that doesn't serve that mission, no matter how comfortable or familiar. Yes, sometimes that will make you unpopular. Sometimes it will mean you have to fight alone. But that's the price of shattering mediocrity. Here's what needs to happen now. Stop hiding behind vague statements like building culture or driving innovation. Those are weak excuses to mask deep confusion about what you actually stand for. Get specific. Collect every ounce of frustration you have with the way things are, every injustice you see in your company or industry, and distill it into a single brutal mission so clear it punches through bullshit like a rocket. This can't be abstract. No improving lives nonsense. It has to bleed sharpened edges, something only you can claim, defend, and fight for. That is the spark, the real foundation where your leadership is born. Once that purpose is carved out, here's what you do. Insist on brutal honesty and radical ownership. Cool. Make it so that people can't hide behind excuses or apathy anymore. No more "I tried" or "that's not my job." Every person, every week must answer, what did you do to move the needle on our mission? Hold relentless focus on this. Rip out distractions with surgical precision. The world will try to pull you back into chaos, but you have to push harder. Build rituals that scream accountability, that celebrate the hits and dissect the misses like warriors preparing for battle. This is how you burn mediocrity to the ground. Next, show up as raw and real as the mission itself demands. Drop the act of infallibility, the polished speeches, the carefully filtered public image. Your people need to see your scars, your doubts, your relentless drive. They want to follow someone not pretending to have all the answers, but who never stops asking the hard questions and pushing past their own limits. Purpose-driven leadership is messy, loud, and uncomfortable, and that's why it breaks through. It lights fires in people's souls because it feels true. To survive, you have to be raw. Vulnerability is your power, not your weakness. And don't fall into the trap of thinking this is a solo fight. The loneliness of leadership is real. But if you build the right network, raw, unfiltered, powerful connections with people who get it, you become a force. These are the few who refuse the cookie cutter, who reject complacency, who choose growth and discomfort every damn day. Together, you will bounce ideas that electrify, challenge each other when the path gets dark, and build an ecosystem so resilient it crushes any barrier in its path. Seek out these allies obsessively. If they don't exist around you, create them, because no purpose-driven leader wins alone. Here's the final, unvarnished truth. This world does not reward the comfortable. It punishes them every single day. Complacency is the quicksand that drags leaders down, silently and without mercy. But purpose-driven leadership destroys that quicksand by making every action and decision a direct fight to build meaning and leave a mark. Mediocrity fears purpose because purpose doesn't tolerate shortcuts. It demands everything, every sleepless night, every hard conversation, every moment spent questioning and rebuilding. It's brutal, it's relentless, and it's the only path that leads somewhere worth going. So stop waiting for the system to change, for the right conditions, for permission. That's the easiest trap to fall into. The future doesn't belong to those who wish or hope. It belongs to those who claim their purpose, who live it ferociously, who burn mediocrity down with a wild, unstoppable fire. If that fire is already inside you, no matter how buried, let it roar now. Lead with it. Fight with it. Build everything on it. Because purpose-driven leadership doesn't just resist mediocrity, it annihilates it. It shatters old rules, creates new realities, and carves a path so clear and fierce that nothing can block the way forward. This is the call to rise, to become more than anyone expects, to carve a legacy that shouts louder than doubt and fear ever will. This isn't a game for the timid or the faint-hearted. It is a call to the rare warriors who refuse to settle for anything less than extraordinary. Will you answer it?